Hey, what's up, guys? Good to see you. Chris Ducker here. Appreciate you tuning in here on Facebook. Thank you very much. Today, we're going to be talking all about how you can monetize your personal brand. I've got 8 ways for you to be able to do it. Eight ways. It's pretty impressive right out of the gate. I should probably quit while I'm ahead, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to tell you what those 8 ways are. Before I do that, however, allow me just to share this on my personal profile, because I am maxed out on there and there might be a whole bunch of people that might be interested to come and check me out. So give me just 1 second. Where's everybody tuning in from, by the way? There's always about a 12 or 13 seconds delay in answering questions on Facebook Live, so let me know real quick right now. By the time I'm done typing out one sentence, I'll be able to see where you're all from. I appreciate you being here, by the way. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Come on, stick with me. All right, we are good. Okay, it's going out. Boom. And that's the way we roll. So, yes, yesterday we talked all about how to figure out what we can sell by simply just asking our audience, our community, and all the rest of it. And actually, over the last week or so, I've been sort of going through this step-by-step process of building a business based around your personal brand, doing it right. We've covered everything from defining who you are and what your focus is going to be, to defining your perfect customer. We've been talking all about setting up your online home and creating lots of great content, managing your social media properly with your personal brand in mind, and a whole lot more fun stuff as well. Still got a few more days to go in this little series, and if for whatever reason you catch this later on and you don't want to sort of sit through looking at everything here on Facebook, there will be a playlist for this 12 video kind of action tip series over on my YouTube channel as well. All right, so if you want to start following me over on YouTube, you can do youtube.com/Chris Ducker. Just go over there, hit that subscribe button, and you'll get all the notifications. It's going to be good. All right, just spotted on IG you were going live. Yes, I popped on there, Rebecca. I said, hey, I'm going on Facebook. Come and join me. And here you are. So thank you. Ricky, good to see you here. Thank you very much, mate, for being with us. So yes, today we're talking all about making money and all the different ways we can make money from our personal brands. But first, before we go there, let's just kind of rewind a little bit. What is a personal brand exactly? Or what is a personal brand entrepreneur? I think is a better question to ask, right? And the answer to that is actually quite a simple one. A lot of people don't even like the term personal brand or personal branding. I personally think that building my personal brand has been probably one of the most important decisions I've made as an entrepreneur and as a business owner. I now have several different businesses making me a multi-7-figure annual revenue, and I wouldn't have it any other way. And a lot of it does actually come down to the emphasis and the focus that I've placed on building my personal brand in a clarity-based mindset of really being very, very specific in the certain things that I've done. And that also includes in the way, obviously, I have monetized them as well. All right, very important to point that out. So let's deep dive a little bit and go into the money-making things for personal brand entrepreneurs who are fundamentally just people who have a great wealth of experience, a good personality to boot, a nice attitude. They're all about serving, not selling, or even though we're talking about making money here on this clip, but ultimately they're all about helping the people that they want to serve within their audience and their communities and all the rest of it. Okay, if at any point throughout the course of the next 10 minutes, as I'm going through all these opportunities in terms of monetizing our personal brands, if at all you ever feel like sharing, don't resist. Just share. Just go ahead and share. I'd appreciate it. So the first way that you can monetize your personal brand is to do it via probably the lowest hanging fruit when it comes to monetization for personal brand entrepreneurs, and that is by coaching. Plain and simple. You know, you've got an expertise okay? You have a certain amount of experience under your belt in one particular industry or niche, and therefore people are going to pay for access to your brain and your experience, more so today actually than ever before. So that's the first way to be able to ultimately make money from your expertise and from your personal brand. Offer coaching or consulting perhaps, right? The second way to be able to do it is by sponsorships. Now, not everybody will be interested in this, but if you have a popular blog or a popular podcast, there are companies, there are product and service owners out there that would be more than willing to pay to have access to your audience, to your viewers, your listeners, and so on and so on. So understand coaching, sponsorships. Next up, number 3, is affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing, for those of you who might not have a clear grasp of what it actually is actually the easy way to describe it is you fundamentally recommend other people's products, services, courses, etc., etc., etc. Okay? Ricky is saying here that he generates income through sponsorship. Good for you, Ricky. Excellent. So, affiliate marketing, let's say that you run a website that is focused on helping football coaches become better football coaches, okay? Now you might team up with a company that has either a course that teaches people how to run great defensive or offensive plays. You might team up with a product creator that might have those cool little clipboards with the dry wipe and the little magnetic sort of little things and everything. All those sort of things, you can pitch those to your audience, your community, the people that you serve, and if you sell one of those courses or one of those products, you get a commission for doing so. Affiliate marketing, way to monetize your brand. Number 3, remember, we are way more likely, guys, to follow a third-party endorsement if it's made by somebody that we know, love, and trust. And that means your community, your audience. Okay, number 4, and this actually is a longer game kind of focus here, is to make money via writing a book or a series of books. Now, I can tell you, it has never been easier for experts in any industry at all. In any industry at all. There's never been easier to make money through books as it is today. Number 1, we don't need a traditional, publishing deal to get our book out there into the world. We can self-publish it. Number 2, when we write that book, we can have a clear CTA or a call to action in mind for when we're actually getting that book put together and getting it out there. So you can make very clear calls to action in the book. Hey, if you like this chapter, visit this website for this extra piece of content. Obviously, they're going to have to give up their email address to get that piece of content. But now you know that they're interested in that specific piece of content, which obviously is going to provide some sort of a solution to somebody's problem. And if you're smart enough, you can then go ahead and start creating more products and courses and services to upsell people from that email list into whatever it is you've got into your marketing funnel. All right. So that's the 4th thing, is write a book. I believe every good quality expert has got a great book inside them. You must write it. The world needs it. They need to hear your words and they need to get into your head when it comes to your expertise. So get that book together and get it out there. It's never been easier, guys, with something like Create Space on Amazon or something similar out there. Very easy to get started with writing your first book. Number 5 is to put on live events. Now, they don't have to be big, huge conferences like Tropical Think Tank that I've been running every year here in the Philippines. We're actually closing it up in March 2017 with our last ever Tropical Think Tank to make way for my big UK conference, which will be happening in November 2017. More info on that soon. Watch this space. But they don't need to be big events. They can be simple 5 or 6 person mastermind type events where everybody sits around a table that you rent in a hotel room for a day or so. And you charge people in your community to be there, to learn from you and to get inspired by other people around. They can be seminars. They can be workshops. It really doesn't matter. I can see some great questions coming in here, and I want to get to them, but allow me to get through the last couple of ideas on monetization here, and then I'm going to jump all over them, guys, all right? Promise. So, yeah, bottom line here, guys, is that, those live events don't need to be huge. You can think small to begin with and actually do really, really well, All right. Before I go into my last 2 points for monetization, can I ask everybody here to just share this with me? Share rather this with your friends here on Facebook. I'd really appreciate it. Let's get some more people in. The last 2 are goodies as well. So number 7 is public speaking. You're an expert. You've got an audience. You're building a community. You're selling products. And guess what? You've got your book out now. You are fundamentally somebody who's going to be in demand for keynote sessions, for workshops, for seminars, and all these other things that you don't have to put on yourself. You can fundamentally start speaking at other people's events. Now, warranted, when you start, you're not going to make a whole lot of money. But let me tell you something, as time goes by and you build up that kind of speaking portfolio, you've got photos, you've got video, you've got audio, you're out there, you're going 2 or 3 events every quarter. Before you know what's happening, the bigger events will start reaching out to you, and those are the events with ultimately with the budget to book you to come and speak and provide the value and share your experience with their paid attendees. So bear that in mind as well. Public speaking, great way to monetize your personal brand. I don't care what industry you're in. It doesn't matter what industry you've been in, quite frankly. Maybe you're retired, maybe you've moved on. But if you've got 20 years experience in one particular industry, it really doesn't matter what it is. It could be making wine, it could be in hospitality, it could be in business coaching, it could be in accounting. It really doesn't matter. Professional dog walking, for Christ's sake. It really doesn't matter. If you've been doing it for that long, you will be seen as an expert and people will be happy to pay you for your value to their paid attendees. Fact, over and over and over again. Why do you think there's so many live events going on all the time? Okay, live events aren't going anywhere. People want to connect with other people in person. The internet's great, but nothing can take away that handshake and that hug. Nothing at all. And the final way that you can monetize, okay, the final way you can monetize your personal brand is by putting together and launching a membership site online, predominantly where you're providing regular updated training information or motivational, inspirational type content where people are paying you on a regular basis for access to that membership community. Now, what I love about this, 2 main things. Number 1, it's recurring. So every single month or quarter or year or whatever it is, you are going to get money from the same person over and over and over again. Okay? Fact. Now, here's the thing. It's easier to close somebody for a second, a third, or a 4th time than it is to close them for the first time. Okay? Bear that in mind. Sales 101. All right? Sales 101. The only bad thing about membership communities is that you've got to make sure, and it's not really bad because this is the whole point of doing it, you've got to make sure that you deliver new value, updated content, and updated value over and over and over again. But if you do it right, the drop-off in terms of people canceling is very, very, very low. And that leads me to the second reason why I love the membership model so much, is that it is predictable. You pretty much know month on month, quarter on quarter, year on year, roughly how much you're going to be making. And that is a big deal in today's very uncertain world. I'm sure you'll agree with me. All right. So let's recap. 8 ways to be able to monetize your personal brand. Number 1, coaching. Number 2, sponsorships. Number 3, affiliate marketing. Number 4, info products like courses and ebooks and things like that. Number 5, real books, paper books, Kindle books, audio books. Number 6, live events. Number 7, public speaking sessions. And number 8, membership communities or subscription-based business models, as Anthony Murphy has just put it there. Anthony's saying, Mr. Ducker, loving, I love the way it's Mr. Ducker, loving all the video content. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, so I had some questions coming through. There's a whole bunch of you still on live. Let's get to some questions. I've got 5 minutes to be able to hang out with you guys before I've got to go like a banana and split. So do me a favor, fire them at me right now, and let's rock and roll. Ben Amos, good to see you, mate. Ben all the way from down under. That's the best Australian accent I can do. It's probably really, really bad, but I'm going to carry on anyway, Ben. I hope it's not too bad, mate. That was pretty awful though, wasn't it? Oh, I've got a thumbs up from Ben, so it can't be that bad. All right, any questions? Here we go. I spent the last year growing a 1,300 subscriber following on YouTube and really want to start monetizing it more, but not really sure where to start. Terrible accent, says Ben Amos. Sorry, mate. extra drink on me when we meet up for the appalling accent. All right, here's what's gone wrong here, Brandon. You have built your house on rented land, my friend. That's exactly what's happened, Brandon. You have built this great subscriber base. And by the way, 1,300 subscribers in a year is phenomenal. Imagine 1,300 people. If you were to invite them all around to your house, I don't care how big your house is, it'd still be freaking crowded, right? So don't beat yourself up. That's number one, that's not a small subscriber base after just 1 year. That's great, trust me. Number two, what you should have been doing here, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, because obviously I don't know everything you've been up to, but what you've done is possibly, like I said, built your house on rented land. You don't own YouTube. In fact, YouTube kind of own you. They own your content right now to a certain degree, right? So what you should have been focusing in on here, Brandon, is getting those subscribers through your video content, through call to actions, live or recorded whenever you're uploading, and you should have been getting them over to your website and subscribing to your email list. If you haven't already been doing that, then I absolutely suggest you start doing that immediately. You end or hell, even begin, I don't care, but probably end every video with a call to action. If you like the content in today's video, you smile, you're nice, you're personable, P2P. People want to do business with other people, people to people. Remember that. If you like today's content here in the video, I would love for you to head over to chrisducker.com and hop on my mailing list. By doing so, not only will you stay 100% up to date with everything that I'm doing from an online content and training perspective, but you will also gain instant free access to the Youpreneur Launchpad, which is a 3-video course that will walk you through the basics of getting involved with that Youpreneur mindset and how to build a powerful, profitable personal brand business. I'd love for you to go check it out. One more time, it's chrisducker.com. There's your call to action. Now, everybody here on Facebook, if you've not done that already, hop over and get on my mailing list. You see, Brandon? Very, very simple, my mate. All right, guys, thank you very much for chilling with me here on Facebook Live. It was great. Tomorrow, I'm going to be back. What are we talking about tomorrow? I actually made a list. Like, you'd be really, really genuinely impressed with me here. Tomorrow, tomorrow's a good one. Oh, tomorrow's good. Tomorrow we're going to be talking all about pricing and launching whatever it is you end up creating to monetize your personal brand. So all about how to price it properly, and then obviously how to launch it properly as well. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow without a shadow of a doubt. And until then, take good care. And if you have any more questions, don't worry, I'll get to them. Just post them in the comments and I promise I'll reply later on. Bye for now.